extensive research. So I found that a lot of them played no OSL, so I had to go through the OSL website to find them absurd leagues. It wasn't easy.
It's easy from there.
No. I think only one player I can find, but I'll live. Yeah.
Gentlemen, boys and girls, introducing the starting lineup for the Team Ontario Under-18 All-Star. Number 45, Keiza Massey. Number 3, Emily Amano. Number 18, Malika Day. Number 24, Olivia Cook. Number 2, Melanie Ford. Number 19, Rakita Pullen. Number 21, Madeline Coleman. Number 8, Shayna Flynn. Number 10, Nicole Kozlova. Number 5, Sarah Owusu. And finally, captain of Team Ontario and a first-team League 1 Ontario All-Star, number 17, Samantha Chang. And now we would like to introduce the starters for the League 1 Ontario All-Star. Number 12, Patricia Kukulas. Number 6, Sarah Wong. Number 7, Ariel Kabangu. Number 9, and Captain Jay Kovacevic. Number 10, Sarah Stratigakis. Number 11, Vanessa Gillis. Number 13, Maddie Iozzi. Number 16, Victoria Pickett. Number 18, Kira Bertrand. Number 23, Ashley Campbell. And number 24, Tamara Brown. Tonight's match officials, referee Jessica Patton. Assistant referees Melissa Snedden and Nava Rajabi. The fourth official is Kim Lee. At this time, we ask all to rise, remove your hats, and join in the singing of the Canadian national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons command, with glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are very honored to welcome you to the pitch for tonight's ceremonial coin toss, a former star of the Canadian Women's National Team program with 94 international caps to her name and an integral member of the Canadian team that electrified us all by bringing home the bronze medal from the 2012 London Olympic Games. Please give a warm welcome to Canada Soccer's Regional XL Talent Manager, Carmelina Moscato.
All right, everyone, and good evening, and welcome to the Ontario Soccer Centre on this beautiful Tuesday evening for the League 1 Ontario Women's All-Star match, as your League 1 All-Stars are going against the top-end Team Ontario for the Canada Summer Games. I'm your host, Martin Ohms, here, as we have the opening coin toss here going on at center field, and the teams will get ready. At this time, we're going to introduce these two teams, starting with the visiting Team Ontario squad. After this event, they're going to be going to Winnipeg, Manitoba to compete and represent Ontario in the Canada Summer Games. This team is made up of many different nations, as they have Canada, Hungary, Poland, Ukraine, Ghana, and Sweden all represented on this Team Ontario squad. This team will be coached by Brian Rosenfeld, the former Canadian national team goalkeeper, and he'll have in goal starting will be Keiza Massey. In front of her, she'll have Melanie Forbes, Emily Amano, Sarah Owosu, Shayna Flynn, Nicole Kozlova, and the captain, Samantha Chang, Malika Days, Brigitte Poulins, Catalin Tonnet, and Olivia Cook. Over now with the League One All-Star squad. We're going to be having in goal the Canada under-20 goalkeeper, Patricia Kutlewis. She's coming from the Aurora FC squad. She'll have in front of her Sarah Wong, Ariel Kabongu, Jade Kovacevic, Sarah Strategakis, Vanessa Gillies, Maddie Iozi, Victoria Pickett, Kira Bertrand, Ashley Campbell, and Tamara Brown. And the coach for this League One All-Star team will be Bill Marcos, the coach of the Unionville squad. Be a very exciting squad. The Team Ontario will be in the all reds, and in the blue will be the League One Ontario All-Stars. If this is your first time tuning in to League One Ontario, this is a standards-based Pro-Am league with 16 teams in the men's division and 11 teams in the women's division. League One is entering its fourth season and is currently one of two Division 3 leagues in Canada, of course the other one being the PLSQ in Quebec, and they currently represent the highest domestic tier of the game. Team Ontario seems like they chose to have the advantage of the sun. They'll be going on your right to start out this opening half, while the League One All-Stars will be going from your left to your right on your screens at home, and they'll start off with the opening kick. It's going to be Kabongu starting things away here, and we're underway at the League One Ontario Women's All-Star match, as it will be Tamara Brown who will get the action underway here, coming from the Durham United squad. Also a player in the CIS previously. She played for the Cape Breton University Capers. Ontario is able to win the ball as the play goes down the line for Amano. Brown is able to kick it off of her, trying to peel for her, and she is going to be able to win the throw-in. Brown will throw it down to the feet of Wong, and she can't get it through anybody as they'll go right back out for a Brown throw-in. This time throw it up for Ashley Campbell, one of the two lead strikers for that FC London squad. Her and Kovacevic has been a lethal pair up top for FC London so far this season, and we'll see if they'll be able to do it today here against Team Ontario, as Brown will pass it up too far ahead for Kabongu, and Ontario will resend their own end with Days. Days is going to look for some options out the field, just going to slow it down. This Team Ontario squad, once again, this is a good warm-up match for them, going against the top players in the Canadian region here before going on for the summer games, as the pass will go all the way back to Massey in goal. She coming from the Ottawa South United Soccer Club, and she'll look for Tonnet here. Tonnet is one of those players who rotates her time between the OISL and League One divisions, and she's definitely one of the players to keep an eye out for in the future, as Campbell does a nice little cut back around midfield. She's going to look for some options, but she'll switch it all the way over to the far side of the field as Kovacevic is there. She's got a nice overlap. I think that's Iosi coming in on the far side of the field. She'll play a first-time cross right in, and Massey is able to get two strong hands onto that one and settle the play before Kabongu can get to that. Massey's going to take her time, setting her players up the field, and work on that drop kick. Just in the opening moments here, and just 2 minutes have been played. If you're just tuning in, you haven't missed much so far, as both teams are trying to settle into the game, build that team chemistry. A little bit of a high kick there coming in from the Team Ontario player, and it's going to be called by referee Patton. And there'll be a free kick and a very good opportunity. This is the type of area where you're always wondering as a keeper, will it be a shot or will it be a cross played in? But on League One's just going to play this one quickly. Iosi over on the far side. She tries to cross that one in. That gets blocked by an Ontario player, and League One will reset in their own end. It's Bertrand, one of the most consistent players on North Miss, unfortunately turns it over there, and here comes Ontario going the other way. It's a 2-on-2 break. Gets an extra Ontario player joining in with them. They try to pass it over to the far side where Kozlova was waiting for it, and they couldn't find her, and League One is able to relieve that oncoming pressure. Kozlova, bright spot for League One right now. 9 games played, 4 goals so far this season for the Woodbridge Soccer Club. And she's been a lethal player up top. Look for her on that left wing. Katulis trying to pass it down, turns it over. There's Kozlova trying to dance around, almost tripped over herself there. And she's trying to find some support. Now she's able to bring it all the way back. There's Chang. Chang puts it back to Kozlova, who chipped it forward, but it just rolls off her foot, and that's going to allow League One to settle the play down and regain possession. This League One Ontario team, of course, has many highlighted players on their roster as well. We have, of course, the goalkeeper will probably come in the second half. It'll be Taylor Grant. She's represented Jamaica in the under-20 level, as well as Diamond Simpson, who's plays for the Blizzard. She's representing Canada as we have a breakthrough coming in, and Toney's just able to get a foot into that one, and she'll hit it over to Massey, who will clear it away. That almost came out of nothing there as League One was almost able to catch Ontario on the back heel. Settled down by Amano. She'll put it forward, just getting over the teammates here. That's Flynn. And League One will try to move it for Iozi over on the left side. She can't get it by the midfielder on Ontario as the pass will go up for Flynn. Nice little foot in by Bertrand, but they can't relieve themselves of the danger as Chang puts a nice ball into the right corner. And it might be just too far ahead for Cook to get to. But League One's forced to keep this one in play. Looked like it hit off an Ontario player last, and it's going to be a League One throw-in. So, of course, as I was mentioning, Simpson has represented Canada on the women's senior national team. Kira Bertrand has played as well on the Dominica team. And, of course, Shadagaskis, Pickett, and Iozi have represented the Canadian team on the under-17 and under-20 levels. And there is Iozi trying to throw this one in. Gets to try to get a flick there from Wong. Couldn't find the player up top. That's Kovacevic. And Ontario's able to start up in their own end with Tonai. She sees the run coming in on the far side of the field for Amano. And Ontario's just deciding who's going to get this ball. It's going to be Amano. She has Kozlova for support. And getting in the foot there was Campbell coming all the way back. But it's going to go out for an Ontario throw. And this is a very dangerous spot as it's just right down the line. No score so far. Just 5 minutes played into this League One Ontario Women's All-Star match as Bertrand is able to clear it away. Settled down. Nice little move there from Chang. Flynn leaves it all the way back for Forbes as Forbes try to play it back for Flynn, but the pass is too strong. Here comes Wong to go the other way. Sarah Wong coming from the Vaughan League One Ontario squad. Try to pass it forward. Now they're getting some support as they keep trying to get that through ball, but they can't get it by Days and Toney up top. Bringing it up in the middle now, Stratigakis. She's able to play it out wide now. Kovacevic. Iozi's making the nice overlap. Try to cut inside, but Cook is able to get a foot in there, and League One will get the throw. Throw this one into the box. Kabangu has 2 red jerseys all over her as he tries to get some help, but Ontario is able to strip it away from her, and they'll break free the other way. Settled down by Forbes. And you're just hearing some good communication coming from this Ontario squad, considering it's a pretty fresh team. Haven't played too many games together, but they're really communicating very strong, and it's starting from the very back with Keza Massey in goal. Massey will try to switch it over, but League One read that one completely, and they're going to try and go the other way, but Days gets a nice sliding challenge to intercept it. Iozi tries to put it back in as we have a little bit of ping pong going on in midfield. Settled down now by Chang. She'll pass it on, trying to get it to Flynn, but it's just too far ahead of her, and coming down the other way is Bertrand. Bertrand continues to carry it up, try to hit off the Ontario player. Now she'll retreat back to her position. Of course, you can join in on all the action here on the game on the social media. Make sure to keep up to date on your Twitter using the live channel at L10 Live. So make sure to join in. Send your thoughts for this All-Star game. Stratigakis can't get it to Campbell. The pressure continues here. Kabangu battle there with Days, and Kovacevic is the player who comes out with it, but Days is able to recover, and she'll clear it away. Great. Iozi puts this one right back in, but this one shouldn't be any trouble for Massey, and she'll be able to hang it down. Great crowd here on hand at the Ontario Soccer Centre on this Tuesday evening. Nice and sunny. As Massey's just going to take our time, let her players reset in their positions before sending this one down the field. It's always a little bit of questionable here if you have that opportunity to play that short and try to go on that counter and utilize your defenders to carry it up, because especially at being the younger team here, you're going against a team that's likely a little bit taller and stronger, and it might be tough to win those 50-50 balls in the air. Pass trying to go in for Flynn, and nice little foot in from Bertrand's able to clear it away, and she's able to win the throw-in. Coach Rosenfeld trying to put some instructions here, maybe switch the formation a little bit here for this Ontario squad. As that through ball, try to get it through, and Kovacevic always scary. You never want to let her sneak right in behind your defense. Pass goes all the way back to Lewis, the Aurora keeper, and she'll pass it back up for Bertrand. Long ball up the field from Gillis as she finds Iozzi over on the far left side. Iozzi, nice little turn in, and here comes League One. This could be dangerous as they're able to get in through Days. Nice little movement, but just one touch too many there for Kovacevic. And here it comes Ontario going the other way as Brown almost gets caught out of position, but she's able to retreat and catch up to Kozlova. Amano, she tries to put it forward, but Gillis is able to get in the way, and she gets knocked down after she passes it off. And the referee's just going to have a word here with Melanie Forbes for that late challenge. Medical responses for our event is provided by Rescue 7. Visit rescue7.net for all your health and safety, first aid training, and defibrillator needs. Start today to save a life tomorrow. Rescue 7. Deep kick in down the field as Days tries to settle it and it hits off of her knee, and she is able to clear it away. Just back to the point for Wong, who tries to put it back in. It looked like that one might have hit a hand, and on League One almost played it quickly, and I don't think Kabangu was ready for that pass. But good heads-up play there from Kovacevic as she found a nice little hole right off the free kick. Massey once again kicking this one down the field. And again, if I was her, I'd be looking towards her defenders right there. She's able to roll it down for her and utilize her players and work the ball up the field and utilize that pace they have on that wing. There's Cook. She's going to play a ball in through on the far side. Trying to keep this one in is Ontario, and they are able to do so. Now looking for some support, and they'll bring it all the way back to Cook. Cook right back into Flynn. Trying to look for some help as they're trying to get it in on across. Good little cutback on the left foot across. Too strong, though, for the Ontario player. And League One is able to clear it away with Wong. Just as far, though, as Chang. Chang might look to go for distance here, and she tries to, but that one gets blocked. She gets a second chance here as the League One players helped up a little bit injured after that block, and Kozlova is going to continue the play here. She tries to come in the middle, and just a foot there from Brown is able to shut down that one. Campbell still going with it. She's surrounded, and she has no other option to play it back under the keeper. Good pressure coming in from the Ontario squad, and that was a little bit of the tactical switch that Coach Rosenfeld is looking for. They're putting a little bit more of a higher press on this League One defense, and it's starting to pay off right now. Pass goes right into the corner. Try to play across, and not a good foot there, and it's going to be settled down by League One, and they're going to utilize it, slow down the momentum before moving the ball up forward. Olivia Cook on that right wing, who has had most of that action during that play. She's played for the West Ottawa Soccer Club. 8 games played, 5 goals so far this season. So Winger's not afraid to go forward as a dangerous back pass. There's Kambangu. She gets knocked down by goalkeeper Massey. And it's going to be a free kick, and will the referee go to the book here? Very likely a yellow card. And yes, that is a yellow card for goalkeeper Massey as a dangerous back pass by Team Ontario. Kabangu was able to intercept it, try to get around the diving goalkeeper, and Massey did the very smart play, brought down the player, and it's going to be a free kick. As a goalie, you're going to take that challenge every single day of the week. 4 players in the wall. Poulins is a player leading the wall. On top of the ball is Kovacevic and Strategakis. Looks like Kovacevic is standing a little bit out wide, so this might be Shadagakis' ball. You would think she'd be going for goal here with a left-footed strike. She's going for this little, just curling, and it just hits off of the top of the bar and goes out for a goal kick. A little bit of a looping kick there, not too much on the power. Try to go for the accuracy and hit it over Massey, but just the tiniest bit too much on that one. 13 minutes played so far in this League 1 Ontario Women's All-Star match. No score between the League 1 Ontario All-Stars and Team Ontario. Massey plays this one high in the air and settled down by Shadagakis. Going to play a through ball in, trying to find Kovacevic on the far side. Couldn't find her as Tolnay was able to shut down that run. Days with a long ball up the field. And this could be dangerous as Flynn and Kozlova putting some good pressure onto the League 1 Ontario players as it's nicely intercepted coming in here by Amano. Amano in for Chang. Chang in for Poulins. Poulins trying to play a through ball in. Can Flynn pass it off? Yes, she is able to. Goes on the top of the box. Can they get a final touch? There's Kozlova, still under pressure. Plays it back in, and it hits off of it, a League 1 player. And a good heads-up play by the goalkeeper, Kutulis, as she's able to punch that one over the goal for a corner kick. Some great pressure coming in, and it started from the captain, Samantha Chang, in the midfield. She did well with Poulins and Flynn to create that opportunity for Team Ontario. First corner kick of the game will go for the way of Team Ontario. And this one's going to go right into around the penalty spot. Bouncing around. There's a shot from goal. And Forbes got a little bit too much under that one. And she fires that one over the goal for a goal kick. Thanks to League 1 partner Peel Regional Police, as you see on the League 1 Ontario jerseys, for their continued support of women in sports. Know that you can always kick off your career with Peel Regional Police. It's more than you think. Visit peelpolice.ca to find out how soccer and a career in policing go hand in hand. Play resets here with the League 1 squad. They're going to play another high through ball. And that's what we've been seeing a lot of so far. A lot of straight through balls. There's a hard collision in midfield, and standing up there is Chang as she continues to go forward. And just will play this one out on the wing. But we're seeing a lot of play back and forth between the forwards and defense. The midfielders haven't been able to get into the game yet, as you see a wide gap there between the players, and just need to get a little bit more familiarity, and the play will start to settle down as the game progresses. There's Cook over on the far sideline. She'll play a through ball in right down the line. Flynn gives chase on to Bertrand, but she's able to pass it off to Gillis, and it'll get right back into Bertrand. Back and forth, the League 1 center backs pitted back and forth, trying to get themselves out of danger, and they are able to and win themselves a throw-in around midfield.
Thank you to League 1 Ontario partner Soccer Express for their first-class support. As Canada's premier dealer, Soccer Express.
Ontario tries to go forward around midfield, and Kovacevic is able to win it back, and she'll pass it back off to Bertrand. Iosi down the line as the League 1 player took a little bit of a stumble over on the far side. And here comes Team Ontario going the other way with a low shot there. But Kut Lewis is able to make the save as Amano tried to go from distance. And that's what you got to do to try to get yourselves into the game. Fire a couple shots, test the keeper a little bit, as those first shots are always the most difficult to save. They'll play this one short. It's been an exciting season so far in League 1 Ontario as we get around this midway point. It is the new squad, Unionville Soccer Club, leading the way on the top of the standings so far with 23 points, followed right behind with an upstart North Mississauga squad, which has had a very strong defense so far this season. And, of course, the usual suspect, Vaughan Azzurri, is there in third place. So it'll definitely be an exciting second half of the season still to come as we look for those top teams to see who will make it towards that playoff finals. Comes Massey high on the kick. Campbell is able to win that one in the air. Giving chase there on the far side is Days, and she's going to bring it all the way over to the far side of the field. Nice little move there from Days, but League One is able to win that ball back as they are able to get some support. Wong passes it in just too far ahead for the teammate, but she doesn't give up on that ball, and Campbell's still fighting for it. Tolnay's all over on the ground, and Kabungu tried to get a foot in there, but it's able to get knocked away all the way back in for Brown. Strategakis. Nice little move from Strategakis. Trying to find the run. She finds Kabungu. Kabungu has some space over on the right corner. Nice little foot coming in there from Tonne, and she's able to clear it away and relieve herself some danger for throwing. Brown brings this one all the way back to the defense. High long ball in. No blue jerseys, though, in sight. And Massey will be able to control this one, and she'll be able to settle it down. Some good players on the League One Ontario bench today, as we'll look to see them later on in the action with Taylor Grant in goal. They'll also have Lorna Ruda, Taylor Potts, Christina White, Diamond Simpson, Julia Wong, and Claudia Piazza all on the bench today. And very intriguing players all in their own right in League One Ontario this season. And we'll look to talk more about them in the second half. Tonne switching it over to the far side. Nice run in from Amano. She was able to get away from Brown. Tried to chip it forward just too far. And it'll go right in behind Kozlova. And it'll be settled down by League One as they'll switch it over to the far side of the field. But that kick was just a little bit too strong. But Poulins has to bring this one all the way back to her keeper. Now we're starting to see some of that play settle down as they're going to try to pass that ball up the field. And a high ball in coming in from Tonne, trying to get Forbes on that run. Forbes all over the back of the League One player. And she was able to win a free kick. Is jealous as Forbes took her down from behind. Forbes already with a warning from the referee. Has to be careful. "20 minutes have been played so far in this first half. No score yet between the League One Ontario All-Stars and Team Ontario for the Summer Games. Again, they're going to Winnipeg, Manitoba for the Canada Summer Games later on this month. It's a great warm-up test for them as League One will continue to pass it around in their back line. Bertrand try to force it through, and that's what we've been noticing, that those passes to the midfielders just haven't been there just yet, but it's been the counters where both teams have thrived, and here this one comes in for Campbell, and Massey is able to come out of her goal, and she's able to get her body down behind it and slow down that run from Ashley Campbell. Pressure continues, though. A nice little cut in from Campbell. She has the pass to Shaigakis, but switches it to switch it all the way over. And Kovacevic is going to lead us for Iosi, who comes in with speed on the far side. And she gets knocked down over on the far side. Looked like it was a collision involving the ball as well, as the Team Ontario player makes sure she's okay, and the referee. And it's going to be a free kick just on the edge of the penalty area or on the far side of the field. Iosi is able to get to her feet and shake this one off. And the referee's just going to move the spot of the foul, as all League One players crowd around in that far post of the box. Try to see if they can create themselves one open player to make a run. Some plays in, headed away by Tonne. Second ball still bouncing around, and Ontario is able to get to that one, and they'll clear it away from danger. Here comes the pressure, continues from League One. Trying to keep it going on her foot as Iosi. She tried to pass it forward. That gets blocked by Flynn and Owusu. And Owusu tried to go the other way, and she got fouled around midfield, and she's able to win herself a free kick. Play this one quickly by Team Ontario. So going to switch it over on the far side as it's held down by Forbes. Forbes has the player over on the far side. She's going to hit it to her. That's Amano. Player comes in. This is goal! Tic-tac-toe. A beautiful play coming in as the cross came in for Amano. Played it in, and she first time on the cross. And I believe that was Cook who came in on the far side. We'll have confirmation in just a second. But a beautiful tic-tac-toe play coming in from Team Ontario, and they get on the board first in this League One Ontario Women's All-Star match. We have played. That was the goal. The goal is coming in around the 23rd minute mark, and that's what we've been looking for all game long. That quick chemistry, quick passing, and they're able to cut it down. This one comes in as Campbell tried to go on the first time volley, and League One almost responded right away. So the goal's going to Nicole Kozlova. Kozlova coming from the Woodbridge Soccer Club squad. 4 goals already this season in League One. And she's taking it to her former players here for today. And she puts one up for her team in red. But a great ball again coming in from Emily Amano as League One looks to respond right here. First time on that one, but not too much on the kick there. And Massey's able to settle it down. And Coach Rosenfeld's getting loud here and wants to make sure, because League One will get fired up. They don't want to be down in this game. They want to get that goal back, and they want to make sure that Team Ontario doesn't relax a little bit now that they have the lead. League One try to play this one quickly, and a hit off of one of the Team Ontario players, and the kick will get retaken around midfield. Of course, for all your information, rosters, match previews, recaps, video photography, and more, go to League1Ontario.com. All matches are recorded and available on the League One Ontario YouTube channel. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and look an eye for those highlight packs for the men's and women's division released every Wednesday. And it'll be offside, but the referee looked like they're just going to play advantage for just a second, but they'll blow it dead as Kabangu is in behind Days on that play. Massey's going to run this one up the field. And what we've seen with Massey, she's going to continue to just send her players up the field. And again, I'm still a little bit 50-50 on these type of decisions, knowing that the League One players are a little bit more taller and have the height advantage over the Team Ontario squad. Those 50-50 balls are going to be very difficult to get to. Good battle there. Wong was able to win it for League One, but Owusu is able to get in. She hits a nice pass in for Kozlova, but she just loses it in her feet. And League One is able to settle it down. Pass it over to Iozi over on the far side of the field. The Durham United player, she's joined by her fellow wingback, Tamara Brown, and that pass is just too far ahead, and that's been the goal so far, trying to find Ariel Kabangu up top. Kabangu, 7 goals so far this season for her team at West Ottawa. She's that singular target player that you look for up top. Campbell couldn't get it forward, as getting a foot in there is Melanie Forbes, and if there's a player to highlight so far in this first half, it is Melanie Forbes, number 2, the central midfielder for Team Ontario. Very physical, not afraid to get in, and she was the player who helped set up that first goal. So number 2, Melanie Forbes, keep an eye on her if she's going to continue to create that space as she has done for her team. Deep ball in behind the defense, and Kovacevic is offside. Much to the disagreement of the Ontario Soccer Centre faithful here. We have some good FC London fans. We heard some make some noise. And they felt that she was onside there. Coach Marcos is going to make a change here. Looks like Kabangu is going to now shift over to the left wing. Kovacevic is now going to move up into the striker position for League One. Pickett's going to be the player right behind her as well. From Aurora, she's going to be the attacking midfielder. So just some tactical switches as they're going to try and see if they can utilize the pace now rather than the physicality. And again, here comes Freya Zamano. She played that beautiful cross for that goal from around the same spot. And this time, Brown's not going to give her the leeway of space, and she'll be able to win this one off, and she'll hit it forward. Nice little interception coming in from Chang. Chang's over in the box, trying to find a red jersey inside. She's able to play it in by Ozzy's able to head it aside. Pressure continues, though, for Ontario. Amano switching it over to the far side, trying to get to Flynn. Flynn looking for some support from her teammate Poulins, but they're not able to get to it. And League One, Strategakis, she's able to get to it, and she'll pass it off for Brown. Brown has some space on this near side. In for Campbell. Campbell back in for Strategakis. She finds Wong. Wong's moved up the field. Finds Kovacevic. She gets knocked down behind by Days. Referee says play on. Looks like she felt like she slipped on the ball. And this time Ontario will get the free kick for a fairly similar play. And fans here not too happy with that call. Thank you to League One partner Soccer Express for their first-class support. As Canada's premier dealer, Soccer Express has everything needed to take your game to the next level. Visit www.soccerx.com to check the latest gear from Adidas, Nike, Puma, Admiral, and more. Massey's going to leave this one 4 days to take. Chang is coming up to provide the option of playing it short. They're going to play it long. No red jersey there, but it's going to be hit right back down the field first time. And this is the difference now with Kovacevic up top. She's going to put that pace and not give the same amount of time that the Ontario players had before. And there's Pickett in to help her teammate in. And referee was able to make that call. Pickett was crying for that foul as the player was wrapped right around her. League One sending many players again in for the far post. This one bounces in the box. Kabangu almost got to that first time, but is able to bounce right into the hands of Massey, and she's going to throw this one for Kozlova. Amano, though, can't control that one, can't keep it in, and it's going to be a League One throw. Campbell's going to leave this for Brown. And she'll bring it all the way back to her defense, who's pinched up the field. Back for Brown. Brown has a lot of pace, and there you're able to see it as a nice little quick 1-2, and she plays inside the box. Bouncing around on the top of the penalty box. Strategakis tries to clear it away, but she passes off to Iosi instead, and Iosi looked like she tried to go with the left foot. Didn't get much behind that ball, and will roll out for a goal kick. Today's All-Star action is fueled by Gatorade, the official sports fuel of League One. Try the new Gatorade Frost today. Gatorade Frost, your fuel to play cool. Massey hits this around midfield, and League One is able to win that ball in the air. Pass goes off for Days. Days tried it first time as Kozlova was making a run down midfield, and it'll be settled in by Flynn over on the far side. She can't keep it in play, however, and it's going to be a League One throw. Bertrand into the midfield, trying to find Pickett. Able to find Kovacevic instead, though. She has Campbell going up, and Campbell looks like she's onside. And coming all the way back, though, is Tolnay. She'll put it right back in the corner. That ball's not going out of play. Campbell will keep it in. The two FC London players working together nicely with Kovacevic and Campbell. But Ontario is able to shut down that attack, and clearing it down the field will be Amano. Usu can't keep this one in, but she's continuing to put that good pressure up top with Kozlova. Ontario sitting behind half right now, letting League One play this one around in the back of their line. They're going to sit back and just wait for League One. They have the lead right now, and they're just putting just a tiny bit of pressure, just force them to not sit around with the ball too much, and now they're forced to play it out wide for Iosi. Nice little ball in, trying to find Pickett. Pickett, though, gets it intercepted by Poulins, and Poulins will hit out of play for a throw-in. Crowd continuing to fill up here. A little bit of the traffic coming in, and all the parents and great support for League One Ontario has shown up for this women's match. Of course, we saw the men's game here last week, and we'll be followed by the women's game. Don't forget, though, next week we'll be having some more exciting League One action with the Cup Finals. That's going to be over on August 6th. As play plays over into the far corner of the field. Iosi, she's got two red jerseys around. A diving play by Flynn, and Flynn will hit out a play for throw-in. Of course, those League One Cup finals on the women's side will be the Woodbridge Strikers. They'll be taking on the FC London squad as the ball plays inside the box. But there is Forbes able to clear it away. And, of course, on the men's side, it's going to be the great derby battle, Woodbridge and Vaughan, and the finals over there. So make sure to tune into the League One Cup finals action at www.league1ontario.com. 33 minutes played. Team Ontario leads on a goal from Nicole Kozlova as a deep ball in. Can Kovacevic get to that one? And that one was close, but Massey was just able to get to that one. Again, that seems to be the method of attack, trying to find that pace of Jade Kovacevic up top. 13 goals this season, leads the League One Ontario league right now. And Amano took a little bit of a tumble, but Forbes is able to get some space. Brown tries to pinch up, and she's able to win that ball. Now she's going to go for that overlap. Can Campbell find her? No, she's not able to turn around, and she forces a dangerous pass as Bertrand, though, is able to do well and settle the play for League One. Wong has come back. Smart defensive midfielder play. Notice that Brown was pinched up the field, and she dropped back to help fill in that position. Stratigakis is trying to body her way in through Days. Days, the center back, not letting her get by this time. And League One, though, continues with the ball. Here comes Wong. Wong tried to play it through and find Campbell up top. That gets blocked, but the pressure still continues. It's Kovacevic, and Massey comes flying out of her goal, but she's got to get back in net. And it's a diving play as Days is able to make the save. As Kabangu was able to get to that one. But we have an injured League One player. I believe that's Kovacevic who went up for that header. Might have got the wind knocked out of her as Massey jumped up high and punched that ball out in the air and cleared it away. Kovacevic is able to shake that one off. Looks like she got a little bit, like we said, just looks like she got a little bit of wind knocked out of her after that collision there with Massey. Great goalkeeping, though, coming in from Keza Massey from the Ontario South United Soccer Club. First corner of the game for League One. Massey comes high, unable to control it. And League One, though, wasn't able to put it home as Ontario's able to clear it away. Another high ball in the air, gets over the head of Days. This one could be dangerous, but Toney gets a little bit of a knock from behind, and the referee will blow it dead. And Ontario will use this time probably to settle the play down, get that possession right back and the momentum in their favor. Down the line, Amano with Forbes. 1-2 connection. Pass it up, trying to find Flynn. That one hit off of the League One Ontario player, and it'll go out. So another switch again, and that's what you like to see from teams. Always trying to switch it up, put the defense on a bit of a back foot here as Flynn and Kozlova have switched sides on the field. Now let's see if that will affect the League One defense at all. As we have a turnover in midfield, and that's Chang, the player you don't want to give it up to as you try to get it up for Kozlova. The League One's goalkeeper, Kudluas, is able to get out of her goal and get down and make the save. Katulis continuing to do very strong in the goal, as she has only allowed 13 goals against in her 9 games played this season for the Aurora squad. But she's in tough here today against this Team Ontario's young squad, continuing to put that fight going forward. Here comes Forbes. Forbes has Amano making that long run down the field, and Brown once again utilizing the pace. I think Brown might be one of the quickest players in the league, and she's staying strong there, able to win that challenge. Now she's going to utilize and go quickly the other way with Campbell. Campbell, though, is going to cut it back and try to slow the play down and work her, make sure the team goes up. But waving her hands wide open, Kovacevic was wide open because Amano utilized whatever pace she had to win that ball. She got caught out of position and no one covered for the Ontario player, and that could have been dangerous going the other way. But here comes Kabangu going in through, chips it forward. She gets knocked down. And it gets cleared away by Ontario. Kavangu getting close there once again over on the far side of the field. Massey, though, being the aggressive goalkeeper we've seen in this first half, comes sliding out and shuts down that run. Kabangu does well. She's able to come all the way back. Ontario continues to drive forward. Forbes chips it forward. She gets knocked by Campbell. Coach Marco's not happy with that call, but it's going to be a Team Ontario free kick. And Ontario is going to play this one short. There's Days. Down to Cook. Cook was looking for the overlap, but they're able to get in for Chang. Chang, once again, finding herself in a ton of space once again. And that's what we've been seeing all season long in League One for the Unionville midfielder. Creating herself a bunch of space in the midfield and passing it off to her teammates who are able to finish it off. Chagakis, she gets clipped from behind and she'll win herself a free kick. And Pickett as Wong actually in. Kutulis has actually ran out of her goal. She thought she was going to take this one, but she's going to leave it for Gillis instead. Bertrand for Kabangu. Kabangu try to chip it forward for her League One player, and Massey right away, no hesitation, comes out and she's able to scoop that one up. And that's what you always look for a keeper, especially ones who are very aggressive. If you notice a little bit of hesitation, you're able to capitalize as attacker, but we haven't seen any hesitation from Massey. Very confident back there and not afraid to come out of her goal. Kabangu, 2 red jerseys on her. She's able to pass it off for Wong. Wong tries to get it over to Pickett. Here comes Pickett. Able to find her teammate. A nice little pass right back to Pickett, and Pickett will chip it forward. Iosi's making a run down the left wing. She's trying to keep this one in, but she's not able to control it, and it'll go out for an Ontario throw. 39 minutes have been played here on this Tuesday evening for the League One Ontario Women's All-Star Game. Team Ontario, the under-18 squad for the Summer Games, lead the League One Ontario All-Stars 1-0 in this first half. And to end action so far, this game can really go any way, though. Nice diving play from Campbell, able to stop that ball through the middle of the field. Campbell gets knocked down from behind. She's able to get up, though, and continue going with her play. Good, strong play from the FC London's midfielder. Long ball up the field once again. Headed forward, just too strong coming in from Pickett. That goes too far ahead for Kovacevic. Straight into the hands of Massey. Massey, the busy of 2 goals, but continue to be right up the field. And especially what we're seeing with League One, with a lot of through balls in, trying to catch that Team Ontario defense. If you have that high-placed goalie, it's going to be very tough to get those through balls in through, because it has to be absolutely perfectly weighted to get that run in between the defense and the on-charging goalkeeper. Switch it over the far side for Ontario. Here comes Cook. Cook one-on-one against Kabangu. Able to put it out wide. Plays a ball into the box. Gillis is able to clear it away, and this one will just go for a throw-in. But 2 red jerseys were right there, and I believe that was Melanie Forbes, who was lurking in close, able to put that one home. Kozlova in the corner, trying to see if she can win herself that corner kick. Who did it hit off of last? And Ontario doing the smart thing. If the referee's not sure, get to that ball first. Make it shown that you know that is your ball, and they're able to win themselves that corner kick. Players are set up over on the far post. This one gets played in the penalty area. That one spot where none of the red jerseys were, but it plays right back in for Kozlova. She's going to try a second time. Headed on by Osi, still going, second ball, and it will be cleared away by Bertrand. She'll send this one high and deep down the field, and here comes Kovacevic going the other way, the lone blue jersey up top, battling hard, and she is able to keep it in. Great job from Kovacevic. Now she has some support. She's going to probably pass it off to Pickett here. Pickett's going to leave it in for Campbell. Campbell trying to cut this one in. She gets knocked down, and she's able to win herself a free kick as Tolnay put a foot in, dove in there, and brought down Campbell. But the London connection working once again with Kovacevic and Campbell to try to create that opportunity. We saw Strategakis go with the left foot on the last set piece right outside the area. This time it looks like this one's going to be Kovacevic's ball. She set up the play to create that foul. She's going to be on this one to put this one in. Low strike and wide of the goal. Didn't get much onto that was Kovacevic, and she fired that one wide of the net. She's not too happy with that herself after that one. Again, League One is playing with the sun in their eyes in this first half of action. Team Ontario chose to have that sun against them in the first half, hoping that the sun will go down in time for the second half, as they've been utilizing it very well. As here comes some great speed from Owusu, and diving play coming in from League One clears it out for a throw. Just in the final minutes here of this first half, and Nicole Kozlova goal separates these two teams after a beautiful tiki-taka play and cross finish coming in from Team Ontario. Play this one in down the line. Trying to keep this one, looks like a hit off of a League One player last. The referee, though, referee Patton, disagrees, and it's going to be League One throw instead. Of course, if you want minute-to-minute updates for this Twitter match, for this match, if you want to keep up to date, if you have to go for a quick little break, make sure to follow the Twitter handle at L10 Live, and make sure you follow at League One Ontario as well to get your up-to-date updates on all your League One Ontario matches. As Chang plays this one in, trying to find Kozlova. Not able to find her, but it finds its way in for Forbes instead. Forbes is going to go from distance, but this one will go straight to Kutulis, and she's able to get two hands onto that one, and she'll send her players all the way up. She wants to send this one deep down the field. Kutulis. Settled in by Tonne. Looking for some help from Poulins. And coming all the way, though, over is Amano, who hits it over to the far side of the field, but shut down by Kabangu. Knocked down was the League One player. The referee not going to play advantage there. But instead, she's going to have a word with the Days. It looks like she's going to go into the book. So just 1 minute of added time here left in this first half as Days goes into the book, the second Ontario player to go in. Of course, the goalkeeper, Massey, being the first. And I think Days, just for the numerous fouls she's had in this first half, will find her way into the book here. And League One has a great chance just before the halftime whistle. Play this one into the box. Too strong on this one, though. And it goes over the goal. And League One set pieces just haven't been there in this first half. Days didn't get a good foot onto that one. And League One continued to put it forward. That's Kovacevic. But it continued to bounce back and forth. Who's going to settle it? And it's going to be Poulins. Poulins in for Owusu. Owusu has Kozlova for some help. And Bertrand's over some pressure. And now Flynn comes over to help out Team Ontario. Owusu dives in once again. She's able to win it. Kozlova, she has Forbes making a great run. But she grabbed the jersey as there goes the halftime whistle to end. But I won't be surprised if there will be a yellow card for that grab just for the whistle. The referee actually is just going to give a warning. But going into the halftime break here at the League One Ontario All-Star game, it is Team Ontario 1, League One Ontario All-Stars 0. Don't go anywhere. Second half action coming up next.
And high school